I'm gonna start this video off by saying Kal Halam La Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai by Hashem Rakakadash. Double honors and salutations to my elders and apostles at Great Millstone who rule well. Peace, love, and salutations to the hopeful elect. Shalom. So I just want to get into a quick little dream that I had. Well, it's not even little. It's really deep, for real, for real. So I'm going to just get right into it. So I was in this area right here, right? And I was on a bike, right? We was on the sidewalk right here, and we was on bikes. It was me, and it was either Nero with me, and if you don't know who I'm talking about Trump. It was either Nero, and it was either Nero, or it was either Musk. All right, I can't remember 100% who it was, but it was one of the two. Okay, so we riding on these bikes. We riding on these bikes at the We riding on these bikes on the sidewalk, right? And as we get to about, let's see. I say, oh, matter of fact, let me set the scenery too. So in the dream, it wasn't all sunshine and all, vegetation and all green leaves and trees and flourishing with life, as you can see right here. No, it wasn't like that. It was the sky. It looked like apocalyptic, to be honest. Let me try to see if I could pull something up. It was definitely orange, and it was definitely apocalyptic. If I had to pick out any of these pictures, I'd probably say it was something like this. Okay, so we on these bikes, and we get to about right here on this side, right? And I look down at the ground, right? And this is what I see. Right? You ever see these stars on the ground? With these famous people names on it, and if you know, you know. All right, so I looked down and I saw something similar like that, right? And it had the name Bao. Bao was on the right, and it was either a picture, and let me show y'all. Let me see. All right. If I'm remembering correctly, it looked something like this, and it was either Nero or it was either Musk, right? So, Bao, I saw Bao on the right, and I saw Nero or Trump on the left. But Nero or Trump, they was positioned, that statue, that face, that image was above the Bao image, right? So when I saw that, I was immediately disturbed in spirit, because it's like I'm literally on a bike route with that person. Like, this person is literally next to me right here, right? So I'm like, oh shit, right? I'm literally next to this person, right? So we continue to go down the street, and once I realized that I'm literally next to this person, we continue riding down, and we get to about right here, bruh. And mind you, this is an updated picture, so this building right here that y'all see, that wasn't there. So we get to about right here, and I turn my ass right back around, bruh. And there was somebody else with me. I can't remember who, but it was another person that I was with, right? So as I turned back around, I guess Nero or Musk, I knew something was off, right? So me and the other person, we started going back up this way because it's like, I'm like, fuck this dude at this point, bro. I just saw this dude image. I saw an image of this dude similar to, position higher than the idol demon Bao, and I ain't got no business hanging with that. I ain't got no business being around somebody like that, right? So as soon as I noticed that, and as soon as I got all the way down there, I turned my ass right back up here, and I started going towards this way, right? And now let me try. Let me see if I can get more into depth. So I'm in this area, but if I'm being real, I would probably say I was in either this building right here, or I was in, let me see, because it's a Domino's like right around the corner. Bam. So I was either in this building right here, and it's really one big building for real. But I was in a certain part of the building, and I saw either Nero or Musk. As I turned around, you know, once I realized like I ain't got no business being around this dude. Once I turned around, and once I saw how he was higher than the demon, the idol demon Bao, I got away from him, and I was in one of these buildings, and much it was like I was sitting down, and let me try to get more into depth. Okay, so I was in one of those buildings, right? And I was sitting down, and I was like, I was faced. I saw one of these. It wasn't this exact image, but it was like a small, little rectangular screen that looks similar to a van TV or whatever it may be, right? And not to mention, before I was in that building, I saw Elon or Nero on the phone, right? Like as soon as I got away from him, I saw them on the phone as if they was making a plan to send somebody to come and kill me or whatever it may be. All right, so that's what had happened. And as I was looking at that screen, it was kind of like I was being mind controlled isn't the right word, but it was kind of like I was under some kind of hypnosis. Like I couldn't just get up and get out of that area, right? And if I'm being real, it really looked, and also as I was looking at that screen, I saw like what looked to be like this. If I'm being real, but I can't make it out 100%. All I know is it was either Musk or Nero. Okay, so I'm looking at the screen, and Musk or Nero is looking directly at me, but he has a smirk on his face. His face isn't like this just yet. He has a smirk on his face. I'm gonna show y'all the whole thing because they know what's coming, right? They know what's coming. So, Musk or Nero, he had a smirk on his face because it was like I was under some kind of hypnosis. Like I couldn't just get up and leave. It was like I was trapped in a way. All right, but then let me take y'all to the because I had quoted scripture as well. I said, I rebuke you, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, and he still had this smirk on his face. He was just staring at me, completely creepy. He had the smirk on his face. He was just sitting still too. He ain't said nothing. He was just completely looking weird, like a complete deranged psycho, bruh. But it was like he was a rich psycho. he wasn't looking like Jeffrey Dahmer or whatever. He was just looking like some kind of crazed, deranged psycho. He looked like it was something wrong in his head. It looked like, literally, bro, it literally looked like some shit like this. All right. So let me take y'all to the scripture. Okay. So I had quoted, I was like, so as he was smirking at me and as he was just completely looking at me, silent and still, because he looked like he looked like the way that he was looking at me, it was like he had the win over me, like he had that up on me, like he was, like he already won the battle, like he thought he cooked me, like he thought he completely destroyed me, like I was trapped and there was no way out, like nobody was coming to save me. That's how he was looking. He was looking at me like he didn't caught me by the foot or some shit like that, man. He was looking at me like I was his prey. He looked very merciless and he looked like he just caught me by the foot, and that's kind of crazy. So I was like, that's why the Lord gonna destroy you with the sword of his mouth, which is his prophets, and with the brightness of his coming. And as soon as I said that, let me read this verse. This right here is 2 Thessalonians chapter 2, verse 8. And then shall that wicked be revealed, whom the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai shall consume with the spirit of his mouth. The sword of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, the spirit of his mouth is the prophets. We prophesy doom and destruction, and shall destroy with the brightness of his coming. So, as soon as I said that, that smirk disappeared. His smirk, he kind of looked like this. As soon as I said that, he didn't say anything. Nothing moved besides that smirk. That smirk, it was no longer a smirk. It looked like this in a way. It looked like he was, it looked like that disturbed him. It looked like that knocked him off his guard. That looked like that looked like that looked like it looked like it did something to him. It looked like, me saying those words actually had an effect on his evil ass plans, because if these elites could, man, they'd destroy us. They really hate us, man. They'd destroy us if they could. But Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai, he loves his people and he's coming back for his elect. He's going to save his people, Yasharallah, 12 tribes consisting of you so-called black, Hispanics, and Native Americans, and the speckled bird that believe on this doctrine, man. He's coming back to save his nation, man. These people, they want to put a utter end. They want to completely destroy us. But Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai, he's going to save us, man. He's going to rescue us right before this place get blown up with nuclear missiles. That's what we as the hopeful elect are praying for. We're praying that we're a part. Us men, we're praying that we're a part of that Kadesh number, that 144,000. We're praying to be a part of the elect, man. We're praying to be beamed up in one of those chariots, right before this place is completely destroyed. Okay? So as soon as I said that, his smirk it was completely wiped off his face. He looked bothered. All right, so now, okay. So now, it's like the second half of the dream, right? And now, I'm up on one of these, right? I'm up on one of these, and I'm like in the hood, right? I'm in the hood, and it looks like Jacob's trouble is popping off, right? I'm up on this big old tower, right? And I see, it's other people with me. There's other people up on that tower, right? But there was one specific particular man that stood out to me. He had a white beard and he was black, and it definitely wasn't Yahweh Shai, man. It definitely was not Yahweh Shai. He looked like some kind of mafia boss. Like, he had control of that area. He looked like the top gangster in that area at that time. Right. And below him on the ground was a bunch of people, was a bunch of uncontrolled hood people, and they was just fighting each other, killing each other. And I saw the dude, he shot a little dude. Literally, this grown ass gangster, this grown ass man literally shot this little boy. But this little boy, he had the image of he looked like, I'm not gonna pull him up, I'm not gonna show him, but if y'all want, y'all can go search him up yourself. It's like this little rapper, this little young boy named Lil RT, right? So in the dream, I saw 3 of them, but one of them got shot. It was 3 little young boys, right? And they looked like they'd be the age of Lil RT. And they was dressed, how the hood dudes dress, They was dressed like that, and the dude it was 3 of them, right? One in the middle. The one in the middle got shot in his head. The one in the middle got shot. And the 2, all I saw was one. As soon as the one in the middle got shot, the dream was over, man. And that dream, I know it was Jacob's trouble, man, because you got these dudes up on a higher tower, right? And you got these people below them, and they just fighting, and they just killing each other. They're like, the peace is taken away from them, man. And one little dude, he ended up getting shot. So that's pretty much it, man.